After you've blocked your mitt, it's time to sew it together. So you're going to, if you're doing the mattress stitch, you're going to fold the mitt in half with the right side facing out, thread your needle, and you're going to go between the bottom piece of fabric and the top piece of fabric. We're going to be going from right to left. So the yarn is attached to the bottom piece of fabric. So I'm going up to the right and I'm going down and back up again, and I'm picking up 2 stitches. I'm going to leave it a little loose so that you can see what I'm doing, but then we can tighten it right up in a minute. So now the yarn is attached to the top piece of fabric. I'm going to the bottom piece and I'm going down, picking up 2 stitches. You can see 2 little bars there. Okay. Now the reason I left this loose is so that you can see where I came up on the top fabric. Now the yarn is attached to the bottom fabric. I'm going back to the top. I'm going down exactly where I came up before. And over to the left, 2 bars. Come back down where I had come up before. And over to the left, 2 bars. It's sort of like knitting a zipper or sewing a zipper. You go down and to the left, down and to the left. And then look what happens when you pull it snug. It just disappears. It makes this beautiful invisible seam on the outside, and then on the inside, it looks like this, like the 2 pieces of fabric are kissing. And you're going to do this, the mattress stitch, all the way from the cuff, the bottom, all the way to the thumb. Up and to the left, down and to the left. And you can tighten it as you go. You can wait till the end. It's up to you. And if you miss, like if you go over 1 bar instead of 3, it's not the end of the world. But I like to do 2 just because then I know I'm going up both sides of fabric at the same rate. All right, now we're getting to the end of the ribbing, so it's kind of a good chance to see that you're lining up correctly. So the top of the ribbing here matches the top of the ribbing there. And now I'm doing the thumb. And so 1 column of V's that are facing this way is going to line up with the column of V's down on the bottom piece of fabric. Okay, we're getting to the end. And so this is going to be the end for me, where I'm poking the needle through that bind off row. And then I'm poking the needle through this bind off row. Okay. Now, to make it look purposeful, I like to insert the needle through both V's I should say both legs of this V, and then tuck it back over here. So it kind of looks like the braids are married. And then we're going to tuck the end in, or weave the end in on the inside so that we can't see it. And I like to just thread through. This is known as the whip stitch. And you just whip around the seam. For a few inches, if you have that left over. And by the way, if you don't have a nice long tail, then you can use a new piece of thread. You'll just want to tuck in the ends, both ends, on the inside seam. Here, where you're added the new yarn, and here. All right, and then I will trim right there. Turn it back right side out. And I'll use this rather long tail. And do mattress stitch from this end to about here. Maybe not all the way here. I'll leave myself a little bit of room for the thumb and just go like right to there. So the yarn is on the bottom. I'm going to go to the top from right to left. And then the bottom from right to left. And then continue with the mattress stitch. If you want to put a safety pin where you're going to stop stitching things together, that might be helpful. I've been doing this for so many years that I usually get quite lazy about it. Yeah, it does get a little tight, a little hard to wrangle your fingers in this part. So if you decided you wanted to sew from here this way, that's also fine. I just happen to have a tail here, as you will at the end of your bind off, so I went with it. You can also use sewing thread. You don't have to use the yarn that you've knitted with. But again, in the spirit of simplicity, we'll just do it till about there. And then I'm going to end right here. You can try it on. Yeah, that feels good. And then I'm going to wind in this end on the inside, just like I did the other end.